In today's video, we are looking at some horror footage that was found after a mysterious disappearance. The story behind this footage is one that many people still have questions about to this day. And of course, there are many theories as to what really happened. But before I get into it, just a quick message from the channel. If you're new here, then welcome. Make sure to stay updated with all the latest horror videos and paranormal stories. So let's get right into the video. When someone goes missing, it's always possible that they may be found safe and sound. But in some cases, this is not the case, and their body is found instead. But sometimes something even more sinister than that can occur. In some rare cases, some disturbing footage can surface online, showing the final moments of the victim or something else entirely. In today's video, we will be taking a look at 3 different instances where horrific footage was found after someone went missing. Starting off this countdown, we have the Keddie Cabin Massacre. On April 1981, 4 people were reported missing by their families. They were all friends who had decided to go away for the weekend and relax at the Cedar Cabin in the Sierra National Forest near the town of Keddie. They were last seen on April, and when their families hadn't heard from them in a few days, they contacted the police. A manhunt was immediately launched, but it turned up nothing. Their car was found abandoned at the bottom of a hill near the cabin, but no trace of the missing people could be found anywhere. A few days later, however, a search party came across something truly horrifying. In the bedroom of the cabin, investigators found the body of 20-year-old Dana Wingate, as she was fully clothed and lying face down, bound with electrical cord. Her body had been hit multiple times with a blunt object, possibly a lead pipe. But she wasn't the only victim. In another part of the cabin, officers found 35-year-old Joseph Shepard and 21-year-old John Shepard. Both men had been shot in the back of the head, and their bodies showed signs of torture. Still, none of the other missing people could be found. What was really terrifying is that the person or people responsible had tried to cover up the crime scene. They had cleaned the floor with a mop and thrown out the blood-soaked sheets they had used to carry the victims. But it would get much worse. In September of 1981, campers discovered the remains of 17-year-old Tina Shepard. She had been stabbed in the chest and her ribs had been broken. The killer had also cut her up and put her in 2 separate plastic bags. All of the evidence pointed to a single killer or group of killers, but no one ever came forward with any solid information. Even though the case went cold, the family of the victims never gave up hope. Over the years, they continued to hold fundraisers and rallies to keep the case in the public eye. It wasn't until 2003 when things started to take a turn. That year, investigators received an anonymous letter claiming that he had witnessed a crime similar to the Keddie Cabin murders. He said that he had been at a party at the cabin on the night of the crime and saw a man shoot the victims. Claimed that the killer was wearing a ski mask and carrying a duffel bag. According to the witness, the suspect had asked him to come to the cabin for a party, but left shortly after arriving. He said that he later returned and forced everyone into the living room, telling them that he needed to talk to them.
Ow.
Then he shot Joseph and John Shepard, according to the witness. The motive seemed to be a robbery gone wrong. But before anyone could run away, the gunman taped their mouths shut with duct tape. He then took the women to the bedroom and raped them. When he was finished, he shot Dana Wingate, then went back to the living room to torture John Shepard. The witness said that the killer went to the kitchen to get a gun cleaning kit and spent a considerable amount of time cleaning his weapons. He then tied the Shepards up with electrical cords and told them that he would return. He left, and when he came back, he brought a young girl with him. This girl was Tina Shepard. He took her from her parents, then tied her up next to them. He promised to let them live if they cooperated, and promised that he would make it quick. He then untied John and made him watch him while he killed his sister, stabbed her in the chest, but not hard enough to kill her. He then left the cabin. The witness said that he helped the Shepards free themselves and hid them in the closet. He then left through the back door and was surprised to find that the killer had left his gun cleaning kit behind. As soon as the witness realized that the killer had left, he fled. He stayed away from the area because he didn't want to get involved. He only came forward after seeing the case remain unsolved for so long. After receiving the letter, police began searching for the witness, but he had seemingly vanished. They did find a man named Roger McCloskey who matched the description given by the witness, but he passed a polygraph test and was cleared of all suspicion. To this day, no one knows what happened to the witness. Police believe that he may have been involved in the crime, or that he simply made the whole thing up. The case remains open, and anyone with information is urged to contact the FBI. Next up, we have the case of Asha Degree. On February 2000, 9-year-old Asha Degree left her home in Shelby, North Carolina for school. She never arrived and was reported missing that same day. The police searched everywhere for her, but she was nowhere to be found. The investigation revealed that Asha had left her home alone after an argument with her mother. She had then walked to school, but apparently got lost on the way and never made it to class. The police felt that she may have been abducted, but had very little to go on. For years, the case remained unsolved, and it looked as if Asha would be missing forever. But in 2002, something strange occurred. Two teenagers were riding their bikes near a gravel pit when they noticed some clothes sticking out from some logs. When they investigated further, they realized that they had stumbled upon a crime scene. The clothes belonged to Asha Degree. Near the clothes, they found a pair of children's shoes and a backpack. This meant that Asha had been in this location. But how long had she been here? Soon, forensic teams arrived at the site and discovered that the girl had been sexually assaulted and strangled to death. It's believed that she had been buried alive and managed to dig herself up, causing her body to be exposed. To this day, it's unknown who was responsible for her murder. Several people came forward claiming to be her abductor, but all of them had alibis that checked out. Lastly, we have the case of Maura Murray. On February 2004, 21-year-old Maura Murray was driving on a rural road in Haverhill, New Hampshire. She was heading home from school, but for some reason she veered off the road and crashed into a snowbank. She was found standing beside her destroyed car, but the details surrounding this incident are unclear. Maura told the police that she had been in a single-car accident and that she had been drinking earlier in the evening, but she was well below the legal limit. She was taken home. But by 7 a.m., she called her boyfriend and told him that she had been drinking and didn't feel safe driving. He agreed to come pick her up. According to the boyfriend, he arrived at Maura's house and she seemed fine. No one would have known that this was the last time that she would ever be seen alive. When Maura didn't show up to work the next day, her boss contacted her roommate and asked him to check on her. When he entered the apartment, he found that everything was missing, including her phone, wallet, and computer. The authorities did find some clues. They found her car in the parking lot of a supermarket, which was several miles away from her house. They also found her purse on the side of the road, and a short time later, they found her cell phone, which was on the side of a dirt road. But Maura was still nowhere to be found. For years, the police pursued every lead, but nothing panned out. Just recently, however, disturbing footage of her disappearance surfaced online. It appears to show Maura's car driving on the wrong side of the road. But these videos are shaky and it's unclear who was filming them. So do you think you know what happened in any of these cases? Let me know in the comments below. I'm the host. And if you want to see more short videos, then check out the channel. But as always, thanks for watching. And remember, don't click this video if you don't want to see me again.